My name is Daniel O'Connell. I'm with Harman, and today we've got a wide range of new products. I think there's 40 new products that we're debuting here at the show to make systems integrators more effective and more profitable at what they do. One of the more interesting products that we have that mightn't necessarily look that interesting is a Pendant speaker. And this Pendant speaker is probably the most versatile subwoofer in the commercial audio marketplace today. Systems integrators have limited space, limited inventory in their warehouses and trucks, and this is the one subwoofer that essentially fits all. It's an 8-inch subwoofer. It's mounted in the ceiling, and it's more effective essentially than surface mount speakers in retail, where there's a problem with ambient noise, or where there's a limitation on the real estate that they can essentially use. Further along the line in the control series, we have ceiling speakers, and ceiling speakers are to some extent a commoditized entity. These are actually award-winning ceiling speakers from the good people at Rave, and they're somewhat of a commodity, but we make ours very different and very effective by virtue of the fact that we build in JBL acoustic design and our very, very unique deep pedigree in transducer technology. And acoustic design is so critical. And you can see it here in this wave guide. You don't necessarily see it when the grill is on, but it basically allows for a much more effective coverage patterns, and allows the systems integrator to essentially do more with less. So that means you need to stock less of them. You can use less of them to achieve a better sound in any given space. And another great thing about them, if you step back and you just take a look here, you've got this range of control series loudspeakers. They're all voiced in Northridge, and that means that no matter which product you choose to make up your mix for your typical systems integration application, you get consistent voicing, and that's unique to JBL. And what's also interesting is that consistency goes all the way up to the highest end products on our line, and that includes PD and Vertec and our line arrays and so on and so forth. So I can take you now around the rest of the booth. So what I have here are our all-weather AWC family, and what these are essentially are that we've got a 15-inch subwoofer and a speaker, and the goal here, we actually don't call it a subwoofer, we call it a low-frequency, compact low-frequency loudspeaker. And what we're essentially doing here is we're taking the same technology that you find in high-end stadia, things like we've got 9 of the 12 stadia in the World Cup that's taking place down in Brazil right now. We're taking some of the same technology from there, and we're porting it down to smaller form factors, so that high school stadia, football stadiums, and arenas have the exact same functionality at their level. So we've got the AWC low frequency, and we've got the coax speaker. We also have the precision directivity, the PD 6322, which is a full range three-way loudspeaker, and that would be more appropriate for higher end applications, larger scale applications. I'm going to move you along here. We've got the AFS from DBX. So we moved on from JBL, and what you're seeing here is more kind of systems approach from Harman. So what we try to do is we try to have the category leader at each node of the component, and certainly at this node of the component, DBX signal processing is the leader and the acknowledged leader. And what we're essentially doing here is we're putting more functionality, higher performance at a better price point. So we're allowing the systems integrators here at this show to do more for their customers and to be more effective for their customers. And we've gotten a massive reaction to it so far. So we'll move along here. And on the same line, what I've got here is the JBL commercial line. And the JBL commercial line, what it essentially goes very well with the control line that I just showed you there. And what it is it's a line of amplifiers and mixers for smaller scale applications like nightclub and bar, retail, small hospitality. And what's really fun about this line of amplifiers and mixers is if you take a look at the form factor on it, there are no big. It's very small, and it suits the retail, hospitality, etc. Very effectively. And the reason it's so small is because there's a built-in chip called drive core chip. Now this chip is basically an amplifier on a chip. It could fit onto my fingertip, and what it essentially does is it removes a lot of copper, it removes a lot of moving parts, it removes a lot of heat generation and power consumption. So it allows Harman to take a technology that we developed actually for a Lexus LFA, which is a very expensive sports car, which needed very high performance but limited form factor, and we port that technology down to the entry level commercial marketplace, and what we've been able to do is to build this aesthetically pleasing, reasonably compelling line of amplifiers and mixers. It's Energy Star certified, which means it fits well in that marketplace. What I've also got over here is the Control IO, and the Control IO is it's a headless appliance, and essentially what that allows you to do is you're able to take the high QNet functionality, put it on a smaller server, and put it into places where you could never have before had a high QNet functionality control configuration. And what I mean by a headless appliance is that it doesn't require a keyboard or a monitor. It's accessed via a network or via a remote device like a cell phone, and essentially what it allows you to do is get that high QNet functionality and get it into broader spaces at the higher end and at the lower end. It's also backward compatible with London Architect. So what else have I got over here? So what I've got here is the world's first Avenue certified amplifier, and it's the Crown DCI. And DC stands for drive core, and that also features the quite amazing drive core chip technology. Again, what we do is we're able to compress a lot of functionality, a lot of metal into a chip, and this is something only Harman can really do, because, as I mentioned before, we're able to take the investment. The large-scale investment in chip-level technology, and we're able to port it across our consumer, our pro, and our automotive groups. And if you look at the performance then of the DCI, and by the way, this product has had phenomenal pickup in the marketplace. Contractors love it because it's very, very high-performing. It's very, very reliable. It has much better power performance, and now it's Avenue certified as AVB, and that's a first in the marketplace. That's a very, very big deal. If we move on here, you can see we have Martin. And Martin is a lighting company, the professional grade lighting company that we acquired early last year. And what we've been able to do with that is extend Harman's reach, or Harman's definition of the system. So the system used to be a loudspeaker and an amplifier and a microphone signal processor. We've evolved from components to systems to smart systems, and now those smart systems include video. And we kind of consider lighting as part of the video domain. And if you want to come back here, you can actually see we've got the VC grids, which are right behind the controller there. And if you look at what we've been able to do with these LEDs, you're able to take the LED strips and use them in a very versatile way to maybe, in retail, on the outside, maybe to actually wrap a building in it. And suddenly every LED light becomes a pixel, and now you've evolved from lighting alone to video, as evidenced right there. What's also cool for the contractor watching this is that we've been able to allow them to extend what they do from audio and video to audio, video, and lighting. And we've got a line called the Martin Rush line, and it's phenomenally successful at the with contractors, because it allows them to go to their customers in in maybe nightclub and bar or in a restaurant marketplace, and say, well, here's our audio system. Our audio system provides you with the atmospherics that allow you to set the tone, build your brand, but when people are finished eating in their restaurant, maybe at 10 o'clock, you're able to, maybe turn on the lights and create more of a club environment that allows the contractor then to make a very, very compelling commercial message to the restaurant owner to say, you should invest in this lighting. And what's more, this lighting comes from this single source, which is Harman, and it works seamlessly with other Harman technologies. So it's a very compelling commercial message for our contractor partners. If you want to move on here, I'll go over to AKG. So my winning product for AKG is the DMS Tetrad, and a lot of your contractors will have experienced a massive pain point with the whole white space issue, what you're able to do and not able to do with licensing. And this is basically what it is it's a license-free wireless system. It's a high-performing, because it's AKG, it's high-performing, it's affordable. It's easily integrated, but most of all, it's license-free, and that's the AKG DMS Tetrad. We also have a range of gooseneck microphones, as you can see here, for contracting applications. Finally, what I'll just show you is the Intellivox, which I don't know, can you see it there? And the Intellivox is it's a JBL product, but it features some very, very valuable beam steering technology from Duran Audio, which is a company that we acquired, I think, almost exactly a year ago. So it allows the contractor to, again, do more with less and provide their customers with more effective audio systems. The beam steering, beam forming technology essentially is ideal for large reverberant areas such as transportation hubs, airports, train stations, and it is proving massively successful. It's proving massively successful with the contractor community. So I think that's pretty much it. I think we've got a very, very compelling commercial message for integrators here at the show. Certainly our reaction from the integrator community has been that this is a line of products that will allow them to build effective systems that will essentially allow them to serve their customers better. That in turn will allow everybody, customer, integrator, manufacturer, to do better. And I think it's been a phenomenally positive InfoComm show as a result.